Downshift. Oh my god, that was well loud. That was loud. Sorry, man. Right, so behind me here I've got my Stage 2 tuned Audi S3 Saloon that I bought it a few months ago, then I sold it at Bin Car, and then the customer had a few issues with it, ended up bringing it back, we give her a full refund, and then I decided, you know what, we're going to get all these issues sorted and we're going to give it away on Planet of Dreams. So I'm currently stood at VRS in Northampton. It's been here for the last couple of weeks getting all these issues sorted. In this video we're going to find out what the issues were, hopefully discover that they've all been sorted, find out what it drives like, because I've actually never driven this car myself before, so I'm really looking forward to doing the journey home, and finally find out how much the bill's going to be. So Will, we're back again. This one's obviously the S3 for Planet of Dreams, yeah?
That was the one that was sold through Binker.
Yeah.
Went to Scotland, done some miles, customer returned it with possible coolant leak or overheating, they said, actually, I think it was, and the rear brakes and suspension. Yeah. So we got the car in. The right front damper was just the mag ride damper. It had like pulled out of itself when you jack it up, but when it went on droop, it was just pulling out of itself, so that was shot. The rear brakes, both calipers were basically sticking on. One side had gone through the pads completely. The other side was when we went to return the caliper, it was just pretty much seized. So what we've done, we've replaced both rear calipers and painted them for you. Brilliant. New disc and pads on the rear. Checked all the sliders in the hangers for the pads, they're all okay. So that's fixed the rear brakes basically. The dampers, because the mag ride's like super expensive, and we couldn't find anything second-hand that we believed that would be any good. So what we've done is we've put some 2019 RS3 dampers, and then we've swapped the springs over, because it had lowering springs on. Yeah. We've swapped those onto these dampers, and we've replaced the top mounts. So it's got like 10,000 mile dampers on it now.
Amazing. And we've still got the lowering springs. That was kind of one of my concerns.
And it's still lowered. So what we've done is it's got, we paid £300 for the dampers. So it was a lot cheaper than paying £1,000 for a pair of dampers and then another damper breaking.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
The water leak, we couldn't find a water leak. We had it pressurised on the ramp running for an hour and nothing leaked out. So I can't fault that. The only thing I could think is that maybe because the brakes were sticking on, it caused the car to overheat by having to drag the car around with the brakes on. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think of. So, or it had an airlock in it. Okay. Something like that. But again, we've done 200 miles in this car to try and make it water leak and to try and find something wrong with it. And we can't. So ultimately, you know, there's only so far I can drive before it comes to a point where, you know, I'd say, Calvin, how far do you want me to go in this car?
Yeah, of course,
and the suspension ride's lovely now. It was awful before. It was awful.
That's so good.
But
I've actually never driven this car.
It actually drives really nice.
Really?
It drives really nice.
Driving it.
Yeah. So this will be a really nice car. It just wants to go back. You've got to sort out what you're going to do with the wheels. Yeah. Whether you're leaving these on or swapping it back to some stock wheels. But obviously you've got all that to go with, or do you just give these to RRT and get them to refurb them?
Do you know what? I must admit, I've done a little post on the Planet of Dreams Instagram, and a lot of people seem to really like the look of it.
They do suit the car.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
If it was me, I'd just get them refurbed. Do you know what? Put them back on. If it was me, but it's not my.
I think I agree with you. I really like the way it looks. And do you know what? It's wicked that you managed to keep that suspension, the lowering springs on. The way it sits, the way it looks, it just looks right.
If we'd have put stock suspension and springs back on, I don't think it would have suited the car. It's got a rear anti-roll bar on it, you know, a bigger one and stuff. So it kind of all goes with it. So for me, I think now, you know, a valet and the wheels done, and it can make a really nice car for somebody.
I agree. Good clean up, get the wheels sorted, job done, isn't it?
Job done.
And definitely take it for my first drive as well, which I can do right now.
Yeah, of course, exactly.
Cool, all right, Will. Thank you, mate. This is it. The golden moment. I don't know why so many people switch my headlights off. I don't know, is that a thing that mechanics do? From auto to off. I have them all permanently on auto. But yeah, Audi S3 Saloon S-Tronic. I need to readjust the seats. Stage 2 car. Should be running about somewhere between 380 and 400 brake horsepower. As doing as it should. That's it. Let's get that back a little bit. That's it. Get comfy in the car. In the region of sort of 380, 400 brake. Do you know what? Have I ever done a car vertical check on this car? I must have done. The bill. We need to talk about the bill as well, don't we? Oh God, yeah, we'll talk about the bill in a second. Let's just quickly do a car vertical check. Massive shout out to Car Vertical, by the way, for sponsoring this video. If you want to do your own car vertical check, you can do that by hitting the link in the description below and using my code CCD when you do your check to make sure you get a little discount. It's important, man. You've got to do these checks. So here we go. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm pretty sure I did do a check on this because it comes up as Audi A3. A little bit of an insult, but the important thing is that everything's clear. So the mileage has got a tick next to it, 87,000 miles. It's not stolen, it's got no finance, and it's got no previous accident damage. You can see there, it was manufactured in January 2015. Had a private plate on it, S3CYE. It's just good to see all this stuff in it. Back to BT64 VWM. Had rear brake pads in 2018. Offside windscreen damage, but not advised. Windscreen looks good to me now. Had another private plate there, K30CTS as well. And then the most latest, another private plate, S555 BKJ. Had a few plates in it. Another one, N55 HWK, and that is all. That's all to report. When was the most recent MOT? There it is there. December 2022. So it's got a long MOT on it. And do you know what, whilst we're at it, let's quickly look at my Draggy leaderboards. Because I know we've done a video on one of these cars probably a couple of years ago. I think it was during lockdown. I done a video of one of my subscribers, Danny, and he had a stage 2 tuned Audi S3 Saloon, identical to this car. That was 390 brake horsepower. There it is there. And that car done it in 4.03 seconds. 20 to 70 mile an hour, 4.03 seconds. That is almost as quick as an M4CS stock power and an F10 M5, again, stock power. Quicker than a C63 AMG. These cars just seem to perform so bloody well. Obviously they're a quattro four-wheel drive, so they've got all that stuff going for them. Now, the bill. The bill. So to get this car, and do you know what, VRS, they obviously look after me all the bloody time. They do such a good job of everything they do, and they're so on side. It's amazing. Hashtag key check, by the way. I was just about to stick that in ignition. Traditional Audi key. Very nice. Total bill was £1,331.75.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the bill. I must admit that it's a lot of money, but I thought this car was going to be like with a coolant issue, head gasket could have gone, there could have been all sorts wrong with this car, but it's actually turned out really well. Let's see what it sounds like on start. It needs fuel. It desperately needs fuel. We'll do that as we head off shortly. Yeah, that is exactly what a stage 2 Audi S3 sounds like on start up, on cold start even. So, such a nice interior as well, by the way. Very nice. Nice layout, very modern. But yeah, first of all, we're gonna go to petrol station, get some fuel, and then after that, hit the road, see what it drives like, and get back to Binker. Yeah, we've got V-Power. We've got V-Power, half a tank. I just put 17 litres. I don't even go by pounds anymore, I go by litres. 17.44 litres is £28. It's showing half a tank, which is pretty good. So we can now have a feel for the power. Downshift. Oh my God, that was well loud. That was loud. Sorry, I wasn't expecting. I actually was like. So, yeah, first impression so far, it's making a lot of noise. It's making a hell of a lot of noise. That's natural, I suppose, for a stage 2 tuning car. That's what it's supposed to do, Cal. And performance-wise, they're just so quick, man. Like, for this to just be basically an exhaust and software, the way these cars perform, it's unreal. And I don't know, I suppose the combination of it being a saloon, the tuning, and what it offers, being a 4-door car, big boot, it's kind of a good all-rounder, innit? That's what I always say for Planet Dreams. These cars are designed to be versatile, appeal to a wider audience of people. This is not a car that's specifically designed at one type of person. This is a car for the people. And for me personally, I think I prefer a Saloon. I prefer the look of a Saloon. I think they look a bit more modern. So 1,300 quid to get the car done. I think the retail value of this car was £17,000. So it's a valuable car, man. They're not cheap at all. Obviously, you can get a hatchback Audi S3 for a lot less money, but spend a bit more, get a bit more, I suppose. The pops and bangs, it only does that when it's in sports mode. So when you put it in drive now, it calms it right down. So if you're the type of person that don't want to have all that racket all the time, don't worry. We've got it covered for you. Just put it in drive, and now we're just chilling. Yeah, you still got the performance there if you want it, but it's just going to close the valves, and it ain't going to give you a headache. Not much anyway. It just done it a little bit. Not much of a headache. All right. So there's still a couple more things left to do in this video. We've got to get the wheels done, all right, because this is all got to be done before we give it away. By the way, if you're new to my channel, you can enter for your chance to win this car for completely free, and 17 grand car for completely free. Go to my website, planetofdreams.co.uk. I will link it in the description below. Go and enter for free, get one entry for nothing, or you can sign up as a dream catcher and get multiple entries, but that is completely optional. I want to say a massive thanks to everyone that has signed up though, because it helps fund things like this, gives us good content and gives us cool cars to give away. All right, so we'll link down in the description below. We've got to get the wheels done. We've also got to get it cleaned. It needs a good clean. And something else, a little mod that I've just done. I like to do this. Audi Q7 cigarette 12 volt lighter plug socket there. Yeah, get one of them. Proper genuine VW one. Put that in there. It just finishes it nicely. I just like little touches like that. That's my mod. I've also got to change the hashtag on its stickers as well, because I'm not too happy about how they're placed. All right, so we're going to do that. Get it clean, get the wheels done, and that'll be the end of the video. Right, so the S3 is now complete. You're probably looking at me wondering, well, why are we now sat in your office? The reason why we're sat in my office is because the car is kind of complete, but it's currently at RRT in Luton getting the wheels refurbed. And I'm told the wheels have now been refurbed, so it must be looking wonderful. I've not seen it yet, but I will put some shots on screen for you to see before I do. So it still needs a clean. The hashtag on its stickers needs sorting out as well. The car is going to be at, this is the time for the announcement. The car's going to be at the Petrol Hedonism Underground event in Wembley this weekend alongside the A45 AMG. We're going to have like a little Planet of Dreams stand there. I'm going to be on stage on Saturday and Sunday at 2 PM on the pink upper stage, as far as I know. Pink upper floor on the stage there. Motor Addicts are hosting that particular stage, and I'm going to be a guest on the stage at 2 PM. So if anyone's around on Saturday or Sunday, I'll be there on stage. Please come and see me, man. It's going to be a good opportunity to do a little meet and greet, meet some of you lot, and just listen in on the conversation that we have on stage, all right? Also, you'll be able to see the A45, you'll be able to see the S3. So both cars are going to get recovered there. They're going to be on display all weekend, and I'll be there, like I say, at 2 PM on Saturday and Sunday, all right? I will link Petrol Hedonism, the ticket link in the description below. You can use my code CCD15 to get a little discount when you buy yourself a ticket. Also, before you go, I'm dropping a new series on the channel, which I'm proper excited about. It's a series that I've been wanting to do for ages. Currently, my channel seems to be doing really well. It's on an incline. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, and I'm about to drop this new series, and I think that incline is just going to continue. So if you're about on Sunday, make sure you look out for that video. It's a wicked series. It's a big drop. I'm proper excited about it, and I know you lot will be as well. That's it. Looking forward to seeing you all there at the weekend. For those that are going, what else I want to say? Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.